My roommates called me their personal maid, so I watched their nightmare unfold. I moved in with Jake and Morgan last September. The rent was cheap, the apartment was decent, and they seemed normal during the tour. Red flag number 1, Morgan's laugh when I asked about the chore schedule. We're pretty relaxed about that stuff. Just do what feels natural. For the first month, I did what felt natural. I cleaned my dishes, wiped down counters after cooking, vacuumed the common areas once a week, basic adult stuff. But Jake and Morgan? They lived like feral raccoons. Pizza boxes stacked on the coffee table for days, their dishes breeding civilizations in the sink. The bathroom looked like a crime scene. I started cleaning their messes because I couldn't stand living in filth. Huge mistake. By month 2, they stopped even pretending to clean. Morgan would walk past her crusted cereal bowl, look at me, and say, "The maid will get it." They both laughed like it was hilarious. I forced a smile, thinking it was a bad joke. It wasn't. Last month, I came home from a 12-hour shift to find them hosting a party. 15 people crammed into our apartment, beer cans everywhere. Someone had spilled an entire bag of chips into the carpet. When I asked what happened, Jake grinned. "Don't worry, we knew you'd handle it. You always do." That's when Morgan chimed in. "Yeah, you're basically our personal maid at this point. Might as well own it." Everyone laughed. I stood there holding my work bag, exhausted, humiliated, and something inside me just snapped. I smiled. You're right, I should own it. The next morning, I started my plan. I moved every single cleaning product I'd bought into my locked bedroom. My dish soap, my sponges, my paper towels, my toilet cleaner, everything. Then I stopped cleaning anything that wasn't mine. Not one fork, not one counter, nothing. Day 3, Jake knocked on my door. "Hey, do you have any dish soap? We're out. Check under the sink," I said sweetly. "There's nothing there." "Weird. Guess you'll have to buy some." His face twitched. "It's just dish soap. Can't you share?" I smiled wider. "Sorry, personal maid is off duty." By week 1, the apartment was approaching biohazard status. The sink was completely full. Fruit flies had established a small civilization. The trash was overflowing onto the floor. Morgan left passive-aggressive notes. "Some of us have jobs and can't clean 24/7. I added a note below hers. "Me too. That's why I only clean my stuff now." Week 2, Morgan tried guilt-tripping me in front of her boyfriend. "I used to think we were friends, but he won't even help around the apartment anymore." I looked up from my spotless dishes. "You called me your personal maid, remember? In front of 15 people?" Her boyfriend's face changed. "You said what?" Week 3, the landlord did a surprise inspection. I'd gotten a tip he was coming. I deep-cleaned my room and my personal items, then went to stay at my girlfriend's place for 2 days. When I came back, there was a violation notice on the door. Excessive mess and unsanitary conditions. They had 15 days to fix it or face eviction. Jake was furious. "This is your fault. You could have warned us. I was out of town. Besides, I'm not your maid, remember? They tried cleaning. They really did. But they'd never actually scrubbed a toilet or degreased a stove in their lives. They bought the wrong products. They didn't know you had to move the furniture to vacuum under it." Morgan had a breakdown trying to figure out how to clean the shower. "This is impossible. How did you do all this?" "Practice," I said. "Years of not being a slob." Week 4, they failed the reinspection. The landlord gave them 30 days to vacate. They both blamed me constantly. "You ruined our lives over a joke." But their parents, who had to help them move, didn't think it was funny. Morgan's mom took one look at the apartment and said, "You're 26 years old. How do you not know how to clean?" Jake's dad was even harsher. "We didn't raise you to treat people like servants." Last week they moved out. The landlord asked if I wanted to stay with new roommates. "The apartment's yours if you want it. I'm increasing rent by $200, but you've earned it for keeping your space clean." I stayed. Got 2 new roommates who interview next week. First question on my list: when you say you'll clean later, define later.